welcome to my channel Maths Classes by Joyita. In this class today I am going to teach calculus. I am starting the 12th class NCERT syllabus. I will start with continuity. So before going to continuity, I just like to recall once the limit. I hope you all remember what is limit actually. Limit is basically whenever any value of x is tending to a real number, correspondingly the functional value also will tend to some other number. That means what it's saying, for any small changes of x, f of x also will change to another value. Okay. So if I talk about the left hand limit and right hand limit, because we know the definition is left hand limit and right hand limit should be equal, then we can say the function limit is exist. So left hand limit means if I draw the number line, here neighborhood is there. So any values of x tending to a from left hand side, that means x tends to a minus. So this will come for left hand limit. So left hand limit will be limit x tends to a minus f of x. Similarly, right hand will be limit x tends to a plus f of x. Okay. So I hope you all remember this limit concept. Then coming to continuity, before going to this definitions, I would like to explain through an example. So I am taking this example. Okay. From the name of the continuity, what we can say? Continuity. That means any curve or any graph, whatever, yeah, straight line or anything, any curve you are drawing, that should be the continuous. Means without lifting your pen from paper, you can draw a line continuously. That is called continuous curve, yeah, continuous straight line, anything. So this is the continuity basically. Okay. So see this example. For x is greater than or equal to 0, value is 1. Okay. That means what? F of x value is 1 when x is greater than or equal to 0. That means x is positive. Okay. So here 0, 1. So this is first value. Okay. Next is 2, x is less than 0. That time it will be 0, 2. Okay. So here we will get, just a minute, I will draw this big figure. So here is 0, 1. Here is 0, 2. So for x greater than or equal to 0, it's going to this side. And for x less than 0, it is this side. Because x is less than 0, the value is 2. Means for all negative values of x, f of x value will be 2. And for all positive values including 0, f of x value will be 1. So see this thing, whenever we are drawing the graph, we are drawing from here, and then whenever we are moving to here, we have to lift the pen from the paper, right? So this curve is not continuous. From a graphical approach we can say. Again, if we come to the definition for the continuity, we need to check continuity at x is equal to 0, whether the function is continuous at x equal to 0 or not. So we need to find left hand limit, right hand limit and the functional value. So here functional value, that is f of 0 is 1, and left hand limit, that is x tends to 0 minus x is less than 0, value is 2. So f of x value will be 2, and the right hand limit x tends to 0 plus this value, f of x value is 1. So from here what we can say, left hand limit and right hand limit, they both are not equal. Although here x tends to 0 plus value is the same, but the right hand limit and left hand limit, they are not equal. So function is not continuous. So from both the approach we can say the function is continuous or not. If function is not continuous, it is obviously discontinuous function. So this is basically the continuity of a function at a point. Okay. Next we'll come to the definition here, whatever I have written. Suppose f is a real function on a subset of the real numbers. Means what? Real number is the big number system. We know, we all learned the set theory in the class 11. So we know the set approach and subset approach. So natural number and the whole number, they all are subsets of real number. So we can take any subset of real numbers. Even real number itself also we can take, because any set is subset of itself, right? So here we can take any subset of real numbers and let C be any point in the domain of f. That means what? Any function is given in that domain. Whatever values are there in that, inside that value, we can take any values which are real number and we can check the differentiability. Like see here the interval is not given, right? We can say minus infinity to infinity, but we are checking the function is breaking at 0, right? So we are checking the discontinuity at x equal to 0. Okay, so this is the definition. So f is continuous at x equal to c if limit extends to c, f of x equal to f of c. So if we can elaborate this definition, that is basically the functional value and limiting value of the given function should be equal for the continuity. Okay. Next we'll talk about the continuity at an interval. Okay.
Go.
So we just learned the continuity at points. So let's see some questions based on that. Here one function is given. We need to check whether function is continuous at x equal to 1 or not. Okay. So we'll find the limiting functional value first. We'll just directly substitute x equal to 1 in the given function. So if of 1 equals to 2 into 1 plus 3, that is 5. Okay. So here limiting value, this is the polynomial. Okay. The thing is, polynomial function is always continuous. This is the tricks here. So limit x tends to 1, f of x equals to, this also will give the same value. So this is equals to f of 1. So function is continuous. From the definition, limiting value and functional value at x equal to 1 is equal. Okay. So next see the second example. We'll take f of x equal to mod x. Whether it's continuous at x equal to 0 or not. Okay. So first draw the graph. What will be the mod x graph? Okay. This is the graph of mod x. We will break the function x when x is greater than or equal to 0 minus x when x is less than 0. We'll find the limiting value, left hand limit, right hand limit. So left hand limit, that is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x, 0 minus of x, this is 0. Okay, again limit x tends to 0 plus f of x, this is equal to x, this also 0, and functional value means at x equal to 0, f of 0 is also 0. Okay. So left hand limit, right hand limit, functional value all are equal. Function is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay. Next we'll see some more example. Okay. Next see this example. We need to prove whether function is continuous or not at x equal to 0. Okay. So for x equal to 0, function value is given 1. That means f of 0 equal to 1. Okay. Now we'll check the limiting value. Here no need to check the left hand limit and right hand limit separately, because for x not equal to 0, value is same. Means functional value is given, whatever function value is given, that is same. So that means whether function x is greater than 0 or x is less than 0, functional value will be same only. So if we will take limit at a time at both the limits, if we will calculate both the limits separately, whatever value will come, same value will give if we will do the only limiting value. So see here, limit x tends to 0, f of x equal to limit x tends to 0, x square plus 3. Now substitute the x equal to 0. So 0 plus 3, the value is 3. Now see, here limiting value is 3, but functional value is 1. So this is not equal to 1. So that is not equal to f of 0. So from here, what we can say? Function is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Okay? F is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Now, another question, the identity function. What will be in identity function? Identity function means what? F of x equal to x. That means, if I will draw two sets, 1 will go to 1, 2 will go to 2, and so on. This is the one-to-one function. So, f of x equal to x, we need to prove that whether this is continuous inside all real numbers or not. Okay. So, we can take any real number. I am taking any real number, that is x equal to c. This is a real number. We will check the limiting value. First of all, functional value is f of c, that is equal to c. And limiting value, x tends to c, f of x, this equals to limit x tends to c, x. So, value is c. Both are equal, limiting value and functional value. Function is continuous, and this is the one way we can check. Another thing, what I have told just before this example, any polynomial function is continuous, always continuous. F of x equal to x, this is also the polynomial function. Degree is 1. So, function is continuous all over the interval. Okay. So, next we will see the continuity on interval. Okay. Now see the continuity at an interval. Okay. So, what is saying here that a real function f is said to be continuous if it is continuous at every point in the domain of f. Basically, what does it mean? So, if we will take any interval a comma b, f of x is defined in this interval. Function should be continuous at all points inside this interval. Okay. Again, one more thing, that is function should be continuous at the end point also. And limit x tends to b minus, that is equal to for b. For right hand limit at x equal to a and left hand limit at x equal to b also should be exist. Then only we can say that function is continuous inside the whole interval. Okay. So, coming to example, if we will take f of x equal to 1 upon x, x not equal to 0. Is it continuous everywhere? How can we check? We can take any point x equal to c, because here x not equal to 0 means it's defined r minus 0, domain is here r minus 0, this is the domain. Okay. So, check here, functional value f of c equals to 1 upon c. Okay. And limit x tends to c, f of x, this is also limit x tends to c, 1 upon x. So, 1 upon c also not equal to 0. Okay. So, functional value and limiting value are equal. Function is continuous at x equal to c. Okay. So, we will see two more examples.
Go.
So, we told already that the polynomial function is always continuous. Now, see the proof. We know what is polynomial function. This is the nth degree polynomial, a not equal to 0. So, we can take any point, because its domain is all real numbers. We can take any point x equal to c. Functional value will be a0 plus a1c and so on, a in c power n. Similarly, limiting value also will be the same. See a0 plus a1x so from here we can say the function is continuous everywhere. Okay. Next we will come to last example. That is the greatest integer function. What does it mean, the greatest integer function? Greatest integer function is the function which is defined only at integer points. We'll see the graph. Means basically it's 0 when 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. It's the interval 1 less than or equal to x less than 2. Okay. So if we'll draw here it's 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, here 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay. See, in between 0 to 1, that means in between this, from here to here. Value is 0, f of x equal to 0. Okay. That means x axis. Again, in between 1 to 2, value is 1. Again, 2 to 3, this value is 2. Similarly, in the negative side also. Okay. So the function value is here. Basically, it's the jumping. Values are jumping literally like this. It will become the step. So it's called step function as well. So whenever we are drawing this graph, we need to lift our pen from the paper. So this is not continuous, right? This function is continuous only at integer points. It's not in the interval. So this is the example of discontinuous function, and this example is very important, that greatest integer function is. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's class. In the next class, we will see the remaining part of continuity and we will solve some exercise also. Till then, please watch my previous videos as well. Please follow our Instagram handle. Link will be in description. Telegram channel link also there. Please do join in the Telegram group also for discussion, and Facebook page link also there. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. And thank you.